Hey everybody, it's Mama Kay coming at you from her home office again today. I have a very special guest with me today. I'm not going to tell you who they are because that's their job. So without further ado, here we go. Hello, my special guest. Who are you?
Hello, my name is Trevor Tsui. I am an animal lover, a little bit of a coffee snob, watch geek, and a music lover.
So what's your job?
I teach grade 6 to 8 band at Leila North Community School. Yeah, with Seven Oaks School Division. Go Lions!
Very, very nice. And how long have you been at Leila?
So this is my very first year at Leila, and I'm loving it so far. Still trying to figure out that this learning piece, but that's a learning process for everyone, I think.
Excellent. And just for a heads up for anybody else who doesn't know out there, Mr. Tsui and I are actually team teaching together band at Leila. We have 400 kids in our program. That's a lot for one person. So yeah, very, very happy to have Mr. Tsui on board. What is the language that you generally teach in, Mr. Tsui?
Oh yeah, I teach French immersion, so I teach music in French.
Excellent. I do not teach in French. I can count in French, and that's about it. So, but I am picking up some really cool terminology, like what is it, le cuivre and bois.
Les cuivres, les bois.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff like that.
The words are there.
So I can assume then that you have made a career out of teaching music. Now I know that there has been question from a certain student of ours about
Oh
if that's
yes,
even possible.
that's right.
MC.
That,
Um,
that was
so,
a great moment.
yeah, it was. Yeah, MC. That
I
was
want a
that.
job in the future.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how you choosing music as your career came to be. What's your story?
My story. So um, I kind of think back to all of the little experiences in my life, and like there are certain pivotal moments I think that led me to where I am today, right? I think one of those first moments was I remember I was in the living room and my mom was on the phone with a piano teacher that she was signing up my brother, my older brother, for piano lessons. And she just very casually turned to me and asked, Trevor, do you want to learn piano as well? And I thought, oh yeah, well, my brother is doing it, so I'll do it too, right? And then I started taking piano lessons, and I started when I was 6. And so then a few years later, when I was in grade 3, so I was probably 8 or so, my mom brought me to uh, an audition for an art school. And she just said, don't worry about it too much, just go and have fun, right? And then maybe like play a little bit of piano. And I got in. And so I think that it's not always easy, right, to put yourself out there and try something new, but like that can be really, it can be a really great opportunity for you to create kind of your own luck, right? And I think also if I hadn't had that little bit of piano background, maybe I wouldn't have been accepted to the school, right? And like that was where I started to play the trombone. And I took lessons and I really, really loved it. I wanted to continue playing trombone going into high school. And so I took another audition to go into an arts high school. And I got into the school, and that's where I had this fantastic band teacher. And I think if I hadn't met Mr. Gefter, then I wouldn't have wanted to become a band teacher myself, right? Um, Coming into university, I I knew I wanted to teach music. Like music is such a big industry, right? There's like music production, there's being a performer, being a teacher, being in arts management, but I knew that I wanted to become a teacher. So I applied to, I think, every single school that had like a music education program within like 500 kilometers of
Oh
where
wow.
I live. But ultimately, I I chose to go to McGill because I wanted to study with one teacher in particular, James Fox. He's the principal trombonist of the Montreal Symphony Orchestra, and so I knew I really wanted to study with James, and so I went to Montreal to study with him. And um, yeah, I learned a lot there, and I really got involved with like the music community. I did a lot of stuff with the Quebec Band Association, and being involved in that way just really made me even more um, secure, knowing that like this is what I wanted to do, right? Like this is what I love, and I want to teach band, right? And so when this opportunity came up at Leila North, I knew that I had to do it, right? Even though it was a pretty big change for me, moving from Toronto and to Montreal and then to Winnipeg. But I think it was definitely the right choice, and I've been enjoying every moment of it. So yeah,
Well,
that's a little bit of my journey from when I was 6 to now as
that's
a band
really
teacher.
amazing. Well, we're also excited that you decided to come along for the ride at Leila North. I remember the first time I met you and sitting in
Quite the
front of
ride,
you
yeah.
and telling you all about what band was like in Manitoba. Is
Hmm.
anything different than what I had expressed to you then?
No, I think like you had encapsulated it pretty well, and yeah, it's a fantastic place to teach band. I think if you were to teach band in one province in Canada, it would probably be Manitoba for sure.
That's that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Now I know that being a band teacher isn't the only thing you do that's musical during the week. You are a very busy person. What other activities do you do during the week that have music somehow related to it, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh, yeah. I play with a jazz band every single Wednesday. It's the jazz band with the Université de Saint Boniface, the University of Saint Boniface Jazz Band, and it is so much fun. It's just a group of people who love music. Some people who played music in high school and want to continue playing music. Some band teachers in that group as well, and it's just really, really great fun. So we play big band music. So we play a lot of music from from like 1940s, 1950s, and onwards. Lots of swing music, and it's great fun. Yeah. I also do swing dancing. So every Saturday and Monday evenings, I take dance classes and social dancing to swing music. So this is again, it's big band music, it's jazz music that was popular in like the 1920s to like the 1960s. So
So basically, the music that you play in jazz band ends up being the music that you dance to in swing class.
exactly, exactly. So
That's so cool.
they're all kind of related. Yeah.
What is the weirdest gig or job that you've ever had?
Oh, I think one of the weirdest gigs that I played was actually earlier this year with the USB Jazz Band, where we played at the Festival de Voyageurs, and we had like a really interesting set list of these pieces that were arranged by members of the band, and we played a lot of like French Canadian folk songs, but arranged for jazz big
Oh,
band.
wow.
And we even played this like really interesting version of J'entends le moulin,
Yeah.
which was mashed up with the Pokemon theme song. So that was probably one of the weirdest gigs that I played.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
super fun.
yeah, that was really fun.
So you never know who's watching our videos, whether that's just our band kids or people from anywhere. What kind of advice do you have for people who might be thinking of going into music as their career?
Um, I would say like knowing your goal, right? Knowing what you want to do. The music industry is so vast, right? And there's so many different directions that you can go in. So it's important to know where you want to go and kind of surround yourself with those people, right? So if you want to become a professional orchestral musician, for example, then take lessons with a professional orchestral musician, right? If you want to be a band teacher, then join an organization like the Manitoba Band Association and meet and get to know other band teachers, right? I think that community aspect is very important, and just being okay with putting yourself out there, even if it's uncomfortable sometimes, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow. that's how we develop as human beings. So that would be
Wow,
my advice.
that's
Yeah.
fantastic advice. Any extra little bits of worldly wisdom from Mr. Tsui before we say goodbye?
um,
Doesn't even have to be music related. It could be just
oh,
life lessons with Mr. Tsui. Life
okay.
lessons so far.
This one I like a lot, and I've kind of learned. Um, I've learned from it the hard way sometimes. If you're gonna do something, try to do it correctly the first time.
Indeed.
Yeah, because habits are hard to break. Habits can be good, but habits can also be bad, right? So I find it's very important to always keep that in mind. It's very salient to know if you're going to try to do something, try to do it correctly the first time, because then every time you do it afterwards, it's going to be a little bit easier.
Fantastic. And before I let you go, where can people find you besides in this video? And again, if they're not a Leila student and
Oh,
they wanna check out what else you got going on, because I know you know you've got a lot of stuff going on in social media that I don't necessarily know how to do yet.
and we'll learn. I'm on Instagram, so that would be www.instagram.com/TSUI music.live. So that's an Instagram account where I do live streaming of myself playing the concert pieces that the kids are playing at Leila on different instruments. So yesterday I played the flute. Today I'm going to be playing the clarinet. And it's just a great opportunity for kids to tune in, watch me play a little bit, get that connection, ask me questions if they have any, but also just to watch me and learn some practice techniques, right? Because I'm not necessarily great at all of these instruments. So it's good for them to see me struggle a little bit and see how I overcome these playing struggles. You can also find me at my website where I post regular updates and little assignments and fun videos and things like that. It's Trevor Tsui 7.wixsite.com/ELNHARMONIE. And yeah, that's where you'll find me online.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time out of our very busy and bizarre week this week.
Yeah,
You
a
know,
lot of learning of technology and such. For
we've
sure.
got some phone calls to make today.
Yeah, got a lot of phone calls to make today.
So, but thank you so much. And yeah, I think we've got the best job in the world.
I agree.
Okay. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.